Ladies and gentlemen, it is that time of the week. It is PALracing Tuesday, and we're right here at the infamous Richmond Raceway. We got 24 cars to make the grid. We're missing a few. We got some guys sick with COVID. We got some guys out of town. But we have 24 fast dudes ready to tackle 188 laps at Richmond. This is our first time at the track since season 1. You might forget a absolute banger of a finish between Daniel Honeycutt and Matthew Heel that ended in Daniel Honeycutt securing his first of 4 wins in PAL, first of 3 that season. And we have a driver on pole. It is Mr. Eric Gonzalez. When we get the chance, we're going to go ahead and get him up into the booth. Eric, my boy, how you doing?
I'm doing good, brother. I'm doing good.
Well, here you are on pole. We see you starting up front so often. You always bring such a fast race car, but we've yet to see you close it out. Is this Richmond race the night you get it done?
I really hope so. I'm trying to just finish it out. Like you said, I'm trying to just put one together, man. It's been so rough the past few races, just penalties or getting involved in something or my computer having issues. I just got to put one together, stay calm, and just get through it.
Alrighty, Eric. Well, that Flipper Win Motorsport team has been dominating the team points, and you're sitting currently going to this race 11th on the point sheet. We've had a rough couple of races. Are we going to see you drive right up that sheet here in the second half of this season?
Boy, I really sure hope so. I really do. I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to bring it from here on out. From here on out.
Alrighty, Eric. Bring it from here on out. We're going to send you back down. Have a good race, buddy.
I appreciate it.
Send Eric back down. 24 guys, 188 laps right here at Richmond. And another driver I want to get the hold of is actually the man who starts to his outside, Pete Tart, and the 21 machine. Hey, Pete, this is Noah up in the booth. You have a copy?
I do. How's it going?
Well, Pete, listen, bud. It was almost a full year ago you joined us in PAL. You ran some races in Season 1. Then you disappeared off the face of the earth. Then you make your return in Season 3, and you've brought, looks like, a little bit of extra speed. So over the course of a year, you got quicker, you came back. How do you feel about your night here at Richmond? This is the highest you have qualified all season long.
Looking forward to it. It's a long race, but I've learned a lot in practice, and I think tire saving is going to be key here.
Alrighty, Pete, and I have one more thing to ask you. Are you aware that there is some conjuring of a nickname for you, Pop-Tart Pete? And I've been requested to ask you, why are you not running a Pop-Tart car?
Yeah, I have heard that nickname. I mean, I gotta make a Pop-Tart scheme. I don't have one right now.
You guys heard it here, folks. He's bringing it next week. Alrighty, I'll send you back down, buddy.
Dang it.
Got to rush that one because we are going to send him back down, and it is time for your go time music. Ladies and gentlemen, Richmond Raceway, 24 cars out on track. Eric Gonzalez, Pete Tart, Jacob Pettit, Aiden Gould, Douglas Henry, Raymond Wimmer, Greg Jodian, Aaron Warren, Gordon Spain, Chris Warren, Jacob Alicia, your top 10. The green flag is out, and to turn 1 they go. And ladies and gentlemen, the Dillon Demon 188 is underway. Racing, baby. Let's get it.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
Well, we got our hype music playing, but I believe we may already have an incident on track. Possibly an incident involving Jake Hare and Luke Chadwick. We'll have to go ahead and take a look at the replay. Luke Chadwick, 88 car, Cowboy scheme. They're underneath the 92. Into the corner. Jake here in the 84 just up in front. Comes down the nose of Gordon Spain. Luke, minor contact with the front of that car. Pace truck pulls off, and Eric Gonzalez in command in the restart zone. There he goes. A great jump on Pete Tart. And we'll watch him dive right down into turn 1. Eric Gonzalez, Pete Tart, Jacob Pettit, Aiden Gould. To the outside of Aiden Gould is the 00 of Raymond Wimmer II. Look at that brown coffee 00 car. Running that second line. He really likes the second groove in 3 and 4. Watch him gain a position on Gould. To the outside of Pettit. Raymond Wimmer at the line is scored as the third place runner. But you go into turns 1 and 2. I think the bottom line is going to be dominant here early in the race. You're also wanting to save tire here at Richmond. But he's going to battle alongside what is Pete Tart in the 21? Look at this run out of Raymond Wimmer. He is not wasting any time. He wants to get to the front. Raymond Wimmer outside of Eric Gonzalez. Let's go cockpit with him into turns 1 and 2. What is he doing different to roll this top? Here he comes. Raymond Wimmer outside of Eric Gonzalez. Does he get the close? Outside might have brushed the wall. Their nose to tail even going into turns 3 and 4, but Raymond Wimmer on that top side is in his preferred line. Can he clear Eric Gonzalez off the corner? Raymond Wimmer to the lead at Richmond. Raymond Wimmer leads the lap, and he will clear into the lead. He did leave that bottom open. Does Eric Gonzalez try to reaggress? He may be already under pressure from Aiden Gould and Pete Tart, but at the moment, ladies and gentlemen, it is Raymond Wimmer who is your leader in the Dillon Demon 188. Bringing back out that white K&N machine. And, oh, Pete Tart might have gotten moved. I think Michael Alfaro, made contact with the 21. But what a save out as well. Meanwhile, Eric Gonzalez to the inside of Raymond Wimmer. Raymond Wimmer might have just overdrove the corner. We don't get an incident report. We'll just have to guess. But Raymond Wimmer in turns 1 and 2 overdrove, it appeared to me, got up into the wall on the outside of the track, and he has dropped to the 8th position, and there is potentially damage on the right front of that car. From leading, falling back to outside the top 5, Aiden Gould makes the pass on his teammate Eric Gonzalez for the lead, and Douglas Henry right here in his wake. Michael Alfaro, a.k.a. T-Pain, he's a CIA agent hiding from the cartel, something, I don't know, witness protection program. We don't really know what's going on with T-Pain, but Michael Alfaro coming into the league halfway through Season 2. Michael Alfaro was a car that you would see regularly running outside the top 10 and the top 15, making drives, qualifying in the 20th positions, driving his way up to the teens, having a good day. The last 2 races, this dude has been in the top 10, battling hard, hanging onto it, saving tire like a madman, and now Michael Alfaro is running 6th and closing the distance on the cars in front. This is absolutely amazing to see out of the 11. He has used Player Advancement League to its core, getting himself better, using his competitors to mentor him, and here he is right now in 6th. Aiden Gould, 3 seconds over Gonzalez, his teammate. Douglas Henry right there with Eric Gonzalez. There's Pete Tart. Eric Gonzalez into pit road. That was kind of close between him and Pete Tart. So Douglas Henry will get into that 2nd position. Pete Tart 3rd. And I think we're going to begin to see more leaders head down pit road. Eric Gonzalez in the 58. Your pole sitter. Looking for his first career in PAL. This is his rookie season. And we have a caution, and it might have been Jake Hare around. I had an off track for Ethan Walker, but he seems to be okay. So Jake Hare in that 84 machine. Apparently, from what I know, he is the only driver in PALracing to race with a VR headset. Says he's so used to it from doing flight sim. So let's go ahead and take a replay and see what happened to Jake Hare. So this is him loose out of turn 2 onto the backstretch. Just overcooking the 3 and 4. Rear end's going to step out. He does a really good job of getting that car stopped right here out of the way. I bet he even reverses here. Yes, he does, getting it off of the racing surface. Nice job out of Jake Hare. green. Aiden Gould
Green.
has the command in the Geico restart zone. He accelerates. Douglas Henry just about even with Pete Tart as they go down the front stretch. And just behind them is Greg Jodiet and Matthew Legat. Douglas Henry into the wall off of Pete Tart.
Caution is out.
What just happened? Douglas Henry involved. Joe Houston. I think they did make contact. Douglas Henry's day is absolutely done. Insane damage. Let's take a look at the replay. I didn't quite catch it with my own eyes. Douglas Henry, white, 66 K&N car. Pete Tart to the inside. What happens here? Pete Tart just, oh my gosh, that looks so weird, like it shouldn't have happened. Huge damage with Joe Houston. Michael Brooks smartly stops up there on the top. I mean, let's go chopper view and see if we can get an insight on what happened. You're going to see Pete Tart in the 21 get a run. He doesn't quite drive down to the bottom of the track. He didn't quite get that rotation. Oh, that is net code if I've ever seen it. What was that? Hold on. That was insane. I mean, there's the gap. Where's the contact? I mean, there's like a foot in between the two cars. That is iRacing 100%. That should have never happened, and Douglas Henry does not deserve that. Neither does Joe Houston. Heavy front-end damage for him.
Green flag.
Aiden Gould in command. Gets a good launch. Pete Tart P2. Matthew Legat in third. Jacob Alicia and Greg Jodiet follow. Into the corner. Everybody seems to get through just fine. We look back towards the backside of the field. Drag racing each other down the back stretch. Look at Raymond Wimmer. He's currently only 10 laps down now. Back towards the front. Matthew Legat. Pete Tart side by side. Matthew Legat around. If I can catch it, please let me get to Matthew Legat.
All right, man. Caution
Off
is
of
out.
the corner.
Caution
They
is
make
out.
slight contact. Matthew Legat inside of 21. You can see just out of the corner. Slight door contact. Sideways all the way. Oh, I think Pete Tart. More has happened to Pete Tart. After that contact with the 81. Oh, he just doesn't save the car. Up to the wall he goes. Oh, up and over. Pete Tart barrel rolling on the... Oh, my gosh. We did not see that. Pete Tart. 8 or 9 barrels. Ryan Preset Daytona. Just 100 mile an hour slower. Let's look at that again. All the way from the beginning. So you can see Matthew Legat on that inside. It's going to be an overdrive of the corner, a slide on exit. He just comes up into the 21. They get sideways. So Matthew spins. And while we're watching Matthew spin the 21 sideways into the wall, look at Chris Warren, the 77. Nowhere to go. Up and over. That's 1, 2, 3 spins, 4 spins, 5, 6, 7, 8. Do we get a 9th? Not quite. 8 barrel rolls. Leopold Gilmartin involved. I mean, we got to go from cockpit view. I hope we're not already green yet. We're going to watch this in live time, trying to save the car. And Chris Warren, nowhere to go. Up and over, 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 up and over. And finally comes to a stop. I cannot believe that. We need to get a word from Pete Tart. We got to make sure he's okay. Pete Tart, we ran down here with a camera and a microphone to the infield care center. Are you alive?
Barely after that one.
Oh my gosh, well, give us an insight of what happened. It started with contact between you and Matthew Legat and then resulted in you getting hit T-boned.
Honestly, I'm going to have to look at the replay, but I think it was a combination of me coming a little down and him coming a little up. I almost saved it, but after I got T-boned and it was a ride from there.
Well, first of all, your bell might be wrong. We might need to go through some concussion safety protocols because your interview sounds like Casey Kane 2013 at New Hampshire. Do you know where you're at right now? What track are we at?
I'm not too sure.
Okay, we're gonna get you to an ambulance, Pete. Sorry to see that happen to you, buddy. Get that car fit. Get that super speedway car out for next week. Put this behind you. He had to tow Pete Turtz out of it. That was just an insane wreck, but we come through the restart zone. Aiden Gould takes the green flag. Can we get through this corner? Fine. Normally turns 1 and 2 is where we see the most amount of carnage, but it appears it's 3 and 4 where we're having issues. Jacob Alicia outside of Aiden Gould, and we got a spin in the back. Timothy Perryman. I mean, can we get away of these cautions? Jeez. Timothy Perryman in 3 and 4. Guys, cold tires are cold. They're not warmed up yet. Well, let's take a look at the replay. Timothy Perryman, that 41 Jimmy John's car on the bottom. Oh, big checkup. Timothy Perryman in the back of T-Pain. Pettit grabs him. Michael Brooks gets into him. So does Eric Gonzalez. Battle for P5 and Jacob Pettit. That's to the inside of Aaron Warren at the moment. Aaron Warren having a top 5 day right now in that 74 machine and, you know, taking advantage of a couple of guys that have gotten wrecked out throughout the race. Aaron Warren right now having a career high for season 3. Big rear end damage. I think that's when he got rear ended maybe by the 11, but still trying to hang on to that top 5 because there goes Jacob Pettit to his inside, and he may let him go by. Aaron Warren, one that really wants to save tire, but I don't know, guys. Maybe Richmond is just his track. Showcasing some talent right now. Pettit will get by, and now Michael Alfaro will be able to take a shot at the 74. It'll be his turn. Looking to the outside in that A-Shock red and black 11 car. And just behind him, Gordon Spain and John Shane Bachler follows. All these cars underneath the blanket right here on the back half of the top 10. Gordon Spain inside to the 11 now. And Michael Alfaro lost his chance at making a pass on Aaron Warren. So now he will try the inside, and Michael is going to give him plenty of room up there on that top lane. And he might even give the position away to teammate John Shane Bachler, part of Dirty Air Motorsport. To the inside, here comes John. Up the inside, and he will make the pass on Michael Alfaro. But entering the picture is Matthew Legatt in that 81 machine. He is running right here, drove his way up into the top 5, following Greg Jodiet, and he may be the fastest car right now. He's on the same level of tire wear in terms of the laps put on the tires, mind you, but he is doing a lot better job of saving. He is currently running into P3, making the pass on Greg Jodiet, and we'll see him make a run towards his teammate of Aiden Gould in the lead. I am sure of it. There is speed in that 81 Coca-Cola Zero. Pulling away, it's our biggest gap so far, and Greg Jodiet, Jacob Lisa head down pit road. Oh, Greg was so close to hitting those barrels. I don't know if you guys saw that. Greg and Jacob on pit road. Who else comes down? There's Michael Alfaro and Gary Smoke, so a good chunk of the leaders pitting at the moment. Gordon Spain, he's not going to enter pit road. A good charge to the front he's had. Cycled all the way up into the 3rd position. Oh, spin on the exit of turn 2. It's Raymond Wimmer. Caution will come out. He's going to hurry up and tow to get that car out of the way. He was running 13 laps down at the time, trying to salvage the day, making up positions on the guys that wrecked out. Let's take a look at the replay, see what happened to Raymond Wimmer. So this is the front stretch going into turns 1 and 2. Where it happened, does that car just step out from underneath him? Yes, it does. You can already see the countersteer coming in. He's going to Overcorrect. Oh, Chris Ward just misses him. Oh, into Matthew Leggett. John Schoenbachler into the back of the 81. Oh, that is not what you want to see. Matthew Leggett, nowhere to go. A front runner in today's race. Driving his way up to the front. I mean, watch, you're going to see him full force impact. Nowhere for him to go. And he's going to get rear end by John. That matters.
Green, green, green.
Look at that EOL line. So many cars down there. Aiden Gould will restart. Damn near all alone. Michael Brooks second. Gordon Spain third. But all the way behind a lot of these lap down guys. He was part of the EOL line. So Aiden Gould has a lot of open track right now. I just don't know if Michael Brooks has the speed to go up there and make a difference and battle Aiden Gould for the lead. We got to keep an eye on how Gordon Spain gets through the field because he's battling Jacob Alicia for position in the middle of a bunch of lap down cars. This is just the beauty of iRacing and how this kind of stuff cycles out. There are guys with fresh tires mixed in. I mean, Gordon Spain gets up in front of Chris Warren there, just trying to make his way back to the front and get away guys that are a lap down. Starting with Aaron Warren, who is leading all the cars one lap down, are battling for what is the lucky dog position and that
All right, man,
lead
caution
lap.
is out. Caution
And
is
I think
out.
Aaron Warren has got to go ahead and get the free pass because Leopold Gilmartin spun on the backstretch. Our rookie making his first career start in PAL. Let's take a look. Off of the corner, loose, cold tires are cold, gets it locked down. There's going to be heavy nose damage for the 44. He will have to get that fixed. He was running 5 laps down at the time. Jacob Pettit, Greg Jodiet just as hungry for a win.
Green
Pace
flag,
truck
green
pulls
flag.
off. Aiden Gould gets a good launch. And Jacob Alicia pushing Michael Brooks on that restart. Michael just must not have gotten the acceleration Alicia wanted to see. Push him down the straightaway. And Gordon Spain will move into that second position. Michael Brooks outside of Jacob Pettit. Greg Jodiet inside of Gordon Spain. This is for the 4th position. Spain into the wall on corner exit. Drag race into 3 and 4. Greg Jodiet will get the spot. 15 laps down. Sorry, 5 laps down and 15th. Leo Gilmartin making his first career start. Oh, Timothy Perryman around. Crashed towards the inside wall. That 41 machine. And command pace truck pulls off and the restart zone. Aiden, good launch. Gordon Spain right there on the outside of Jacob Pettit. Jacob Alicia follows in tow. He's even with Greg Jodiet. No time to waste. Get to the front now. Aiden Gould is going to clear all the way into the lead. Gordon Spain battling back on the outside of Jacob Pettit and Greg Jodiet to the rear bumper of Jacob Alicia. Jacob Alicia defends that bottom, and Michael Brooks is around. He was on the lead lap. We don't know what happened to him. I heard fake Gary Smoke is involved. Right front damage with Gary Smoke, and this may put us in overtime. And here we go. Pace truck pulls off. Who's going to win? The Dillon Demon. They just got to make it back to the line in one piece. And next flag will end the race. Aiden Gould gets a good launch. Look at Gordon Spain to the inside. 3 wide into turn 1. Jacob Pettit has him on corner exit. Jacob Pettit now into second. Jacob Alicia into third. Jacob Pettit chasing down Aiden Gould. Here they go into turn 1 or turn 3. Do they keep it green? Do they stay green? Single corner around to the back. He keeps it straight. 1 lap to go in the Dillon Demon. 188. Aiden Gould leading. Jacob Pettit second. There's Greg Jodiet, Gordon Spain, Jacob Alicia, 3 wide for third, and Aiden Gould down the backstretch. Will we see a Dillon move made? Here comes Jacob Pettit, big charge. He's going to wash up in the corner, and Aiden Gould is going to get 4 career wins in PALracing.
Buck 41.
Oh, man, that took too long. That took too long. That sucks for you, Matt and Eric. You guys are going to probably be second and third, if possible. Oh, am I good? Appreciate you.
Flipper Win Motorsport driver continues the streak. Your season 2 top rookie ties Daniel Honeycutt. Jacob Alicia, Matthew Heel for 4 career wins, gets his first of the season. Aiden Gould is going to burn it down right here at Richmond. Reverse entry into the grass. And what a perfect night for him. He kept the car clean, ends with the 0x, made contact with nobody, avoided all the wrecks. And once he got up front, he stayed there, saved the tire when he needed to, clean and consistent. Let's get a word from him. Aiden, you're in victory lane, buddy.
Yeah, that took a little too long.
Well, you win in overtime. Tell us about that green-white checkered. What's going through your mind as you enter the restart zone?
Just got hit the first lap perfect, and then just get a gap on Jacob. And if I knew I had like a good gap, I kind of knew I was gonna have it. But overall, it was kind of a crazy race. I was really lucky that I didn't pit during the green flag cycles, because that's when the cautions normally came out. So I stayed out there, thank God. So it was a good car. I wish Eric and Matt would have had something for me. They both were really fast. I feel like if they didn't get caught in someone else's trouble, they probably would have been right there with me. So overall, it was a good day.
Well, we leave this week into next. It is the Talladega Derby, the biggest race of the season. You're always a front runner at the restrictor plate tracks. Tell us, how do you feel about your chances of going back-to-back and getting a win where you were so close last season?
I have a better chance winning the Powerball, but we'll go for it.
Okay, perfect Kyle Busch quote, by the way, me and you both. Sad Kyle Busch fans had the Daytona 500, but maybe that's just a little bit of redemption.
Maybe.
Alrighty, thank you, Aiden.
No problem, man.
So Aiden back down. We'll grab the man who was so close there going to the final corner. Jacob Pettit grabs another top three. Mr. Pettit, this is Noah up in the booth. You have a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, Jacob, another top three for you. You've had a really good set of a couple of weeks. I mean, you're putting yourself back up towards that pay line. Tell us about how Richmond treated you.
You know, at the end there it was good, but in the middle I got a black flag, got sent to the back, because then I was with a pack of wave around cars that didn't quite make it to start finish before it went green. But I ripped my way back up there, got to P2. Overall, I'm happy because that's top three the last three races I've been in. So. And
I will say, Jacob, the more you finish top three, the more you get interviewed, the more comfortable you are answering questions. You're a little talkative tonight. Are you a little happy? You like a little pep in your step after tonight's race, huh?
Yeah, a little bit. Glad you didn't give me an EOA after every caution.
Well, Jacob, I will tell you this. We roll into Talladega next week, and I know you hate restrictor plates, but you've been with us since the start. You co-created the iRacing side of PAL with me, but this will be your first Talladega race if you are able to make it. What's your expectation going into that race? And please don't tell me just not crash. I want to hear, how do you think you could do?
I mean, I think I can survive, but that's about it, so...
Okay, Jacob, I'm going to get you out of here. I'll talk to you later tonight. Congratulations, buddy.
All right, thank you.
Well, some Jacob Pettit down. We'll grab your P3 finisher, Greg Jody. Almost had a shot to win there. He was looking fast. He was saving tire. He did a really good job. Solid job overall tonight. Let's talk to the 19 for RSR. Hey, Greg, this is Nope in the booth. You got a copy?
Got a copy.
Well, Greg, we saw you keeping that car clean all night long for the most part. I really thought you had one of the better lines to save tire, and you came up just a few positions short at the end. Tell us, what were you needing to get up there and catch Aiden Gould during those green flag cycles?
I don't know. I think I needed to get up there and get track position a little bit better earlier in those runs and defend some position. It's a delicate balance of running hard enough to get your car in the position you need to be in, and also being able to save tire and have that tire advantage towards the end of those runs. Because I did feel like I was chasing them down towards the end of those runs, just needed a little bit more.
All righty, Greg. Well, we have to talk about it. Next week is the Talladega Derby. You have three teammates that after you won the Charlotte, the Baby Car 225 said they'd help you, but in recent messages, they've been saying that maybe they want to go out there and try to get the win. You're setting yourself up to win the Triple Crown. How doable do you think it is for that 19 car to cross the start-finish line first?
I think it's as doable as anybody else. We just got to get ourselves in position at the right time in that race and try and find some drafting partners. I mean, I like to think I have a lot of friends on and off the track here, so hopefully I'll get a little bit of help if I'm in the right position. But it just comes down to avoiding the big one and keeping the car clean all day and being up front when it counts.
Alrighty, great. Congratulations on the top 3 tonight. You're looking great in that points picture. We'll see you next week where you go and will attempt to win what is the Talladega Derby 3rd official running.
Hell yeah, we're going to get it done.
We'll send Greg down, and ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in for the Dillon Demon 188. I hope you guys have a wonderful night. This was a very exciting Richmond race. Tune in, same time, same place next week for the 3rd running of the Talladega Derby. Have a good night.